What is up, everybody? Chris Hendrickson here with another episode of Hendrickson News. And every day I go through my Google Alerts. I got them set up for topics that I'm interested in. And if you're not using Google Alerts, highly recommend it. Super easy. You just type in whatever you're interested in. Google will send you like news articles from all over the internet if they contain the search words. Anyways, I got this news article. It basically says, should your dog be vegan? And as I subscribe to, vegan diet, vegan lifestyle, and this is an important question, because like when you're vegan, you want to reduce and not cause the suffering of any animals. And when you have a companion animal, you want to first and foremost do what's best for them. It's near and dear to everyone's heart. We want to make sure that members of our family are taken care of. So I found this really interesting. So the Chicago Sun Times comes out. It's the hardest working paper in America, turns out. Chicago Sun Time. No disrespect to Chicago Sun Times on that one. I just like that tagline. So, should your dog be vegan? Experts weigh in on the pros and cons. All right, so here you go. We got I don't know, this photo makes it look like they should not be, since this one's happy for the chicken and this one's not so happy for the vegetables and fruit in front of them. But anyways, continuing down, this is written by Jennifer Weigel. It says, some people will do just about anything for their pets. So when I overheard a friend talk about her dog's vegan diet, I had to ask why. Scrolling down, she replied, I can't feed my dog something I wouldn't feed myself. So vegans are raising vegan pets, but is totally going meat-free the best choice for an animal's nutritional health? Short answer for me, I have no idea. I'm not a doctor of veterinary medicine. My background's in science and plant physiology and plant biology. That's what I got my schooling in, my bachelor's degree in. So ultimately, I don't know. I'm just reading what the experts say on here. Definitely do your own research on this. But continuing down, it says here, quote, I used to joke that if you want to start a bar fight or restaurant fight, just simply ask someone what they feed their pet, said Dr. Ernie Ward, a veterinarian and founder of the Association for Pet Obesity Prevention. Quote, there is no right or wrong. What is right is to find the diet that fits not only with your personal beliefs, not only your personal beliefs, but also your dog's or cat's best health. This is the most important line. Your dog or cat's best health is the overwhelmingly important thing here. So keep that in mind as we go through. I'm certainly, up for hearing both sides of it because, I don't know. And with that being said, this is not meant to guide you on what to do. This is just my relaying of information over. Definitely consult with your veterinarian if you're thinking about getting your dog or dog on a vegan diet. So Ward, who is the chief veterinarian officer of Wild Earth, a biotech startup developing clean, high-protein pet food, said there's, quote, no one-size-fits-all with animals, but he thinks dogs don't need meat in their diets. Scrolling down, quote, I'm against meat, but I also respect people's right to choose, Ward says. Quote, there are going to be some dogs that thrive on certain diets, but I would argue that probably given the chance, if they tried an alternative protein source, they would probably thrive just as well. Dr. Barbara Royal, founder of the Royal Treatment Veterinary Center of Chicago, disagrees. Quote, dogs are scavengers, Royal said. Quote, I believe dogs need their protein to be coming from a meat source that provide the appropriate amount of taurine, an amino acid, in their system, or you will have heart problems, you'll have vision problems. Those are immediately obvious, and as a veterinarian, I can see that. While Ward and Royal may disagree about meat, they both agree that majority of dry brands, or kibble, are processed foods that could cause allergies, irritable bowel syndrome, and even cancer. And this one's near and dear to me. Growing up, I had two dogs, Bear and Bailey, and both of them died of stomach cancer, and they were eating kibble all the time. I have no idea if the two are correlated. We absolutely loved them. They were such members of the family. I've got so many cool photos that I look back on with such great memories regarding them. So I have no idea, but it says that they could cause allergies, irritable bowel syndrome, and cancer. I want to note that these are bigger dogs. So one's a quiche hound, and then one was some sort of lab mix. I'm not sure. And I guess bigger dogs are more likely to get this type of the type of cancer that they had, but that was many years ago. I was really young, so I don't really know the full report. Anyways, 95% of all kibble that's out there is high heat processed. So every time you feed a mouthful of kibble, you're feeding a high heat protein processed food that will contain, because of that processing, two potent carcinogens, Royal said. Ward said, quote, "When people come to me and say they put their dog on a vegan diet and their skin problems went away, or they fed their dog a raw food diet and the digestive problems were eliminated, what I think they eliminated was something in the processing." So here are some best practices for feeding your pet. Don't be afraid to switch things up. Ward says, quote, "One of the things that I'm known for is a rotational diet. I really like to mix protein sources. A lot of vets don't like this, but I do believe in a variety of proteins in particular. Changing brands, formulations, add whole foods whenever possible, like whole carrots, broccoli, and sweet potatoes. Really mix it up. Make sure that your dog meals are balanced. Be an advocate. If it says, I would love it if everyone would call their pet food company and ask, can you tell me where you source this from? Are the animals pasture raised or from industrial farms?" Quote, said Royal. Quote, "Tell them that you care about the quality of food that is getting to your pets. If the industry started to hear that people cared about that, it would be a huge shift." And we see that all over the place, especially with regards to animal welfare. More and more people are against factory farms and concentrated animal feeding operations. So for those who eat meat, they want their meat to come from responsible farmed sources where animals aren't bred to grow so large that they can barely support their own body weight, like with the broiler chicken industry. A lot of them are shifting towards like global animal partnership standards for the production of those chickens. And no disrespect to the chickens when I use the term production. It's an industry term. I know they're living individual beings, and no disrespect for that. So continuing down, it says, quote right here, "I see people who put their pets on 5 different drugs and nothing is working, yet they won't try a different diet," Ward says. Quote, "There are a lot of veterinarians out there who are deeply passionate and educated and willing to help." So, this article would say, like, make sure that you talk to a vet about it, which is definitely my advice. And thankfully, here's an article from Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, Kaylin Hines. This is published on vetnutrition.tufts University. So vegan dogs, a healthy lifestyle, or going against nature. Is a cute little dog dreaming about fruits and veggies. Pretty adorable. Shout out to whoever photoshopped that. That's a pretty cool image. So scrolling down, starts off talking about a controversy. This is back in 2016, talking about a controversy that stirred up on social media about a dog owner who posted a picture on Tumblr showing how excited her dog was to eat her homemade gourmet vegan meal. The story has been shared tens of thousands of times, with thousands of comments added from those who supported or more commonly criticized the owner for feeding an inappropriate diet. The comments in the anti-vegan dog camp include a number of assertions that dog biology is not compatible with a vegan diet, while others argued that dogs can live healthy lives without any animal-derived products. And it says right here, so quote, or not quote, but in bold, "While vegan diets or home-prepared diets in general can cause numerous health issues if not designed by someone with considerable dog nutrition expertise, many of the arguments used against this owner are half-truths or myths." And that's the most important thing. Be mindful of what you're feeding your companion animals or your family. They have no say in the matter. They can't pick their own food. They're totally reliant on you. So it is of the utmost responsibility, it is of the utmost importance that you are responsible for looking into this, being knowledgeable, and making sure that this is the right thing for your companion animal if you choose to do so. So it goes into, I won't detail the controversy. I just want to get to the doctor's statements, so scrolling down to the bottom, let's see, scrolling down. So in summary, the diet the dog in the picture that started all the hoopla is being fed is definitely not meeting their nutritional needs, but that's for more reasons than just because it does not contain animal products. And the people criticizing the owner for their choices are basing their assertions on faulty information. So essentially, this is just an article just to raise awareness about it, just like this video is just trying to raise awareness about it. And CertaPet actually has a pretty good write-up over here about, vegan dog food, what you need to know before you feed your pup a vegan diet. So, vegan dog food, while once considered to be a passing craze, has gained quite a large following over the past few decades due to several different studies that have shown these diets can benefit many dogs. For example, pet owners who have dogs with meat allergies have turned to vegan dog food in order to get away from many allergy medications their pet had to take over the years. Their pet had to take over the years. So, can dogs be vegan? According to CertaPet, the answer is a simple yes. Although it may sound odd, there are dogs who simply do not like the taste of meat, just as there are people who dislike the taste of specific food. Dogs have different likes and dislikes. In addition, some may be driven by their reactions to food. If a dog has an allergic reaction to a specific food that it causes discomfort, it will slowly gain recognition of that connection. This can lead to associated behaviors such as refusing beef, chicken, or whatever they have learned to be the cause of their suffering. So it goes into describe some vegan dog foods. Like V-Dog, I think it's probably, at least for me, the one I've heard of the most. Halo dog food, Wysung vegan dog food. And then it goes into describing vegetarian dog food, not a new concept. So I'm not going to go into all this. And if you do a simple Google search, oh, that's really cool. They got some recipes right here that you can make up, vegan dog treats. So, really comprehensive site. All right, and then if you just go ahead and search vegan dog food, you can see pictures of all of them. If you click on all the search results right here. Anyways, so long story short, be mindful of what you're feeding your dog. You have no idea what harm you could be causing by ignorance, by feeding them the kibble, as it mentioned, potentially carcinogenic. But also be mindful that a vegan diet is the right thing for your dog. I'm not a veterinarian. Do not take my advice on this. Do your own research. Talk to your veterinarian about this and make sure that you have the best information before you go gun-ho and do something that might cause damage to your dog. For some dogs, it works. For some dogs, it might not work. That is up to you to figure out. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you making it this far. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me on Twitter. I'm posting on Facebook. I'm doing scheduled posts. I'm trying to get like 2 to 3 posts a day, and gonna carry through the holiday season with my own dog Santa hat coffee mug, drinking that peppermint tea. Ooh. Really good. But anyways, have a wonderful day wherever you are, and stay tuned for more awesome episodes of Hendrickson News.